I'm just reading YouTube. They always put new stuff on here. Information about being safe online. You can participate. Oh, I can hide people who put you in timeout if you misbehave. Yeah, I like that feature. That's good. Okay, good enough. So hello. Oh, hello. It's me at the moment. As usual, I had not planned to say anything or to get online tonight because I've been having a creative evening. Hey, I've been having a creative evening here at home. I was out for a good part of the day doing some errands, some grocery shopping. I'm going to be doing some baking tomorrow. So I got stuff for that. I took myself to the library, very focused. I was impressed with that because I needed to get some work done. You know how at home it can be too distracting or easy to not do it. So I went to the library, got some stuff done, and then I came home. And most of the time since I've been home, I've been doing this. Look at this project I have. See? It's vision boarding. Hi. So let me see. Which island I'm from? I'm not from an island. I was living on an island called Hispaniola, which is home to the Dominican Republic and Haiti, but I'm not there anymore. I'm back in the States, United States, and I lived on that island for just about 4 years, just under 4 years actually. So, hi everybody. So we got some folks. So there's a bunch of new features that YouTube has been sharing with me, and I guess with other creators about how to engage, how to, obviously the chat is enabled, monetizing, that kind of thing. The only monetizing I've been doing really is not through sponsorships, as you guys can tell, because I don't really do that. Mainly because the people that hit me up, I get hit up a lot, but the people that hit me up for sponsorships are not aligned with what I am talking about generally. It's real off stuff. So I'm like, nah, I don't do that. You're from Nepal. Wow. Are you watching me in Nepal right now? Are you watching me in Nepal? You're inviting me to your country? Oh, how sweet. I would love to visit Nepal. It seems like it would be very peaceful there. Like a very peaceful, spiritual place. I would like to visit Nepal. Hey, Tina. What's going on? Long time, Tina. How are you? Texas. What's up? Where in Texas? From Denmark. Oh, I love this. This is my favorite part. Doing this to see where people are. Wow. Nepal, Texas, Denmark. Tina, you're in Canada still, right? Are you up there? Where are you, Tina? So yeah, as you can see, I'm super casual. At home, I'm doing vision boarding because one of my cousins just became a certified life coach. Yeah. And she has done, well, I participated in two kind of like sessions, I guess. Merry Christmas. Okay, you're in Canada. Great. I'm in Maryland, United States. So my cousin, who's now a certified life coach, has done a number of sessions. I participated in two of them. One of them was virtual, and the other one, just a couple days ago, was here at the house. And so, cabarete, oh man, I'm trying to be in the DR. I was going to go there. I'll hold on my story about division boarding in a minute. But I was going to go to the DR on the 26th, the day after Christmas, for like 8 days. But the tickets were astronomical, and it just didn't make any sense. So I'm postponing that trip. I'll go later. Anyway, hi everybody from all over the place. I love that you guys are checking in. Very nice. So my cousin did one virtual session helping people kind of, get in touch with what is it that you'd like to do, or blocks that we had. We can think things like, I'm too old, or it's too late, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have the right education, or I don't have the connections. You know how we do. We always tend to talk ourselves out of things, like I'm not good enough essentially to do it. And so, it's a lot of helping people remove those blocks so that whatever it is that you think you want to do, you do it. And so here we are now at the end of another year, the end of 2024. And so what better time to focus on what you'd like to achieve in the coming year, right? You can look back at this year and be like, okay, this went well, that didn't go so well. If I could make some changes, I might, tweak this and change that, which is great. And so you can implement those things going forward into 2025. And one way to do it, to really help you crystallize your vision, because by the way, if you don't really know what you want, how are you going to get it? If you have no clue what you're after, how are you going to get it? I asked my son tonight, but he came up when I was doing his vision board. He's like, what are you doing? I told him. And he's like, well, what are you focusing on? And I told him, because I have two different ones. One I'm almost done with, and the second one I haven't started yet, but I've been cutting out little like words and images and things that kind of speak to what it is I'd like to bring in. And so I asked him, I'm like, well, you could do one too. Like, what is it that you, when you think about next year, what do you want? Like, something to do with school, maybe with sports or with friends, whatever applies. And so with an older person, obviously it could be whatever's important to you in your life, your health, your career, your family, financial status. I mean, it's usually all the typical things, but it could be something very specific to you. But again, if you really don't know what you want, how do you know, like, how can you get there? And even if you do get there, how will you know? What are the milestones? What are the markers to let you know that you have achieved that? So a fun way of doing it is like, ta-da, a vision board. I'm not showing you my whole vision board because it's private. But it's I like it because it's creative. I haven't done a vision board in a long time, like years, I think. I've done several of them over the years. And like once, this is, gosh, way back in the probably early 2000s, this was 2 cars ago. And the car I had was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but it was, I was just tired of it, and it had gotten a lot of, not wear and tear, but, I'd used it quite a bit. And I was ready for something bigger. And I also, this was before I had my son. So, by the way, he just turned 15 yesterday. So it was at least 15 years ago that I did this vision board I'm talking about now. And I knew at the time that I wanted to have a child, but I wasn't really sure about many of the details. I just knew I needed a better car. And I wanted to be able to put like a car seat in the back and stuff. When you have a baby, you've got all kinds of bags and whatnot that go along with them, or like sporting equipment or friends when you got older. And so I put different cars on a vision board that I knew I wanted. And at the time, I wasn't sure how I was going to afford it, but I just put down what I wanted. And along with some other things, one of which was money, so I could get the car. But I remember I was at lunch one day at my job, and I came back. So I had left, the deal was that where I worked, there had a parking lot kind of not too far away, and there was a shuttle that would take us from the parking lot to the building where I worked. So I was coming back from lunch, parking in this parking lot, like looking for a space. And all of a sudden, this other car came zooming out of one of the like horizontal aisles. I was in like the main aisle going down, like looking each way for a spot. And this car came zooming out and crashed into the front of my car. You would think in a parking lot it wouldn't be that much damage, but apparently because of the way the car hit my car and the velocity, the speed at which that car was going, it totally broke my front axle. So my car was instantly totaled. This is the car that I was already trying to get rid of. I was wanting to level up. So my car was broken on the spot. Not broken, totaled on the spot. And and it turned out it was like a kid driving his parents' BMW or something, like a young boy racing, that kind of stuff. So next thing you know, I got a check from the insurance company and some additional resources, and I was able to go and buy one of the cars that was on my vision board. Ta-da! Just like that. And so it doesn't, like when you put something on your vision board, you may not know exactly, in fact, we rarely know how it's going to come to us, right? How the thing is going to come about. But if you stay open, it can. So in that case, my car got totaled. I would never have thought that, right? And in a parking lot, who totals a car in a parking lot? But it worked in my favor, and so I got the kind of car that I wanted. Not long after I had a baby, all the things happened. So I recommend vision boarding. And really, for those of you who don't know what a vision board is, I'll show you this one that's not. Well, let me just start. So you can get a blank. This is kind of like a thick piece of paper, right? See, it's kind of thick. It's like almost like a kind of heavy, like a poster board. This is a smaller one, but you can get really big ones, like poster size. And then, like here, I've got a bunch of different magazines, right? All kinds of magazines here. See a stack of magazines. And you just go through the magazines and you pick out stuff, like for example, okay, so here's the thing I cut out. Oops. It says family, right? Because I am going to focus on family more next year. And then you can just stick it on your vision board wherever you want to be. Or there's another one I clipped out. This is really small. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hang on, let me try to pick it up. But the point is that, you clip out things from a magazine or a newspaper or whatever. And you're going to lunch, Serena? Oh, good for you. So this one says money. Can you see that? So So I'm also focused on money for next year, bringing in more money. And so then you pace them, right? Like here, this family of money, right? I won't put them like that. I will arrange it, in a way that makes sense to me, in a way that feels, I don't know, it's kind of creative and everything. And you can have, like, let's say you do quadrants. So one corner might be your family corner, one corner might be money, one corner might be travel, one corner might be, whatever it is. Or you can just make a whole board about one thing, or there's not any rules. It's however you want to do it. And, I wouldn't say it's like magic. Oh, here's another picture. So, for example, this is a picture of a living room that I liked a lot, right? So I'll stick it on there somewhere. Happy holidays, Chester. Thanks so much. So it's a vision board. So you're envisioning what it is you'd like. So if you want to have a new home, a pretty living room, a new car, whatever, if you want lots of money, you can flip out pictures of money or words that say money or abundance or whatever. And then arrange it on the paper. Like you can tape it or glue it. And once it's done, it's kind of a cool little piece of art you can put on your dresser, or if you want to be private, maybe you have a closet you can put it in if you don't want people to see it. And it's just a nice reminder from day to day about, the vision that you have going forward, what kinds of things you want to focus on. Pardon me. And so, yeah, so this is a good reminder. Dream, right? I always have love. Love is like a constant theme in my life because, I'm always all about love. And where is it? Anyway, there's a lot of stuff on here. So that's what I'm doing. And I've spent a few hours today. I actually had the music on and was just clipping and being creative and just kind of in a zone here, which was a nice change from all the busyness I've been up to lately. So that's what I wanted to share. If you don't know, well, let me ask you this. Anybody who's on here, if you're willing to share, like, what do you want in 2025? Anybody? So I told you one of the things I'm focusing on is family, right? And how I am, I guess I'd say, showing up for family. Money, like I said, is one of them. So that ties into career. But also, I'm willing to, or I guess I'm open to receiving money in all kinds of different ways. Not that I have to work hard for money, but, I'm not going to put, like, restrictions on how I can receive it. I mean, obviously, legally and nothing sordid. But what are you guys thinking about? Anything? Bueller? Bueller? You guys know that movie, Ferris Bueller? Never mind, it's an inside joke between me and me. Okay, well, anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. Really, just as simple as that. Is that I've done. I love a cougar. I'm not a cougar. I am not predatory. I'm not predatory. In fact, that's funny that you mentioned that cougar thing. It came up because a friend of mine recently referred to a joke by the comedian Deon Cole. Do you guys know who Deon Cole is? You can look him up, Deon Cole. He's a black comedian, and he was talking about women that he dates or whatever. And I mean, he talked about it a couple times, but when I saw him live last year for my birthday, and he was talking about, and he's an older guy, not old, but maybe 50 something, I don't know, maybe 40s, I'm not sure. And so retirement, travel, and health. There you go, Tina. Right. So then, yeah. So you know what you want. I mean, you can even become more specific. You want to retire by this date or at this age, or you want to have X amount of money in your account when you retire. Travel. I want to go to these countries during the year or by whatever date, right? And health. Yeah. Do you want to just remain healthy? Do you want to improve a particular type of health? Like if you have something that's been bothering you, blah blah blah. Wow, Andy, you are welcome on my channel anytime, sir. I appreciate your comment. So back to Deon Cole. So he was talking about women that he dates, and he was, I guess, like the difference between dating older women and younger women. And again, he's an older man, 40s, 50s, I don't know how old he is exactly, but something like that. Like he's not a 20-something. And so he was talking about, like, when you date young girls, they bring energy and I guess some fun and the latest dance moves or whatever, but there's sort of a limitation there as far as the relatability from his perspective. But he talked about older women where, there's certain benefits to dating older women, but he didn't refer to them really as older women. He called them vintage, which when he said it live, I thought it was funny because you think, well, when I think of vintage, and by definition, vintage is something that's kind of, it's not just old, but it's like well preserved. It's kind of rare. It's very special. It's like there are not a lot of them. You can't get your hands on just anything. It's kind of like a collector's item almost, right? So So anyway, you can look it up. Gian Cole talking about vintage women. It's kind of funny. So that's for you. Is it M-O or Mo who left a cougar comment? I'm not a cougar. I'm not in pursuit like that. Um, Staying for free in your house? Oh, no, sir. I don't do that. No, thank you. But I appreciate the invitation to Nepal. So you guys, that's really what I wanted to tell you about. Like Tina was willing to share this retirement, travel, and health. What do you want in 2025? I've shared with you a little bit about what I'm going to do, and then once you figure out what it is that you want, you may want to consider, okay, what might be not all the steps necessarily, but what's the first step I could take toward getting there? Like, okay, if you want to travel. Well, hi there. I'm glad you love my channel. Thank you. If you want to travel, what's the first step? Maybe you just want to do research on a particular area or country or city or something that you want to go to. Okay, when's the best time to travel? When is the weather good? How much will it cost? Where could you stay? Right? How much money do you need to save? Like those kinds of things. Even just doing a little bit like that. Right? If you want to improve your health, what can you do? Okay, you're going to commit to taking a walk 3 days a week or whatever. Alabama. What's up, Alabama? Peace to you. Right? So you just begin to take steps. I am not a certified life coach, but I sure do like talking to you guys and sharing what I've learned over the years, what works for me, any type of wisdom I can drop on you. I'm happy to. It's nice to tell people who actually listen as opposed to my son who just turned 15. He's like, I know, Mom. You know how at that age they know everything, right? Anyway, that's all, you guys. I'm going to go back to clipping and pasting, and I'm probably going to stop soon because, like I said, I've been at this for a while. I'm almost done with my love one. My favorite one, my love vision board. Of course, I'm the love queen. I am exuding love. I'm always trying to share it and spread it and receive it, of course. So feel free to send me love, please. Honestly, like send me good love vibes, send me well wishes for the new year, for all things love and finances and health and joy and prosperity, like all good things. Just send me love, please. All right, and I'm sending it to you now. Mwah. As always, wishing you guys a really, really wonderful holiday season, whatever you may celebrate. If you're celebrating something, I don't know. Some people don't, and some people, what they celebrate is not necessarily this time of year. But just sending you lots of love, okay? So nice to stop in, and thanks for all the comments and the well wishes. I receive them. Take care, guys. Tina, have a great time in Las Vegas. It's going to be so beautiful. Maybe we'll finally meet each other down there one day. Okay, guys. Bye. Have a good night or day, wherever you are.